Hey guys, Paul from Net Audio here, and we're going to talk about something a little different, a little more of kind of a personal pet project that we've taken on. It's not about net audio. This is about the car audio industry and hobby. And quite frankly, it became an industry because it was a hobby. It was a hobby first. It was guys working in their garage, taking home audio equipment apart and finding ways of putting it in their cars. It was all consumer and backyard driven and started. What we're doing is we're just giving back to the industry, back to the community a little bit. What we've done is we've started taking older training videos and we're updating them and restoring them to put online for people to use, people to learn from. The point of this is because I feel like that as the industry, it's become too complex. It had the cost of entry to get into this industry has just grown really high, and it's kind of intimidating for people who are wanting to learn and get into it. Yes, we have the fancy tools. Yes, we have all the cool stuff. Yes, we make cool stuff with the fancy tools, but there's nothing that we're doing that we really couldn't do with routers and hand tools and stuff that was done, you know, 30 years ago. So 30 years ago, people started coming out with instructional videos, people who were coming out with ways of, what's a good tip, good trick, a way to fabricate, a way to take something that's not made for this industry and make it work for this industry. We're taking skills and tools and making them work for stuff that, works for what we're trying to do. The first one where we're going to talk about is NAME. NAME was the National Academy for Mobile Electronics. It was run by Michael Breault. We reached out to him and we got permission for these videos. So this video series is from 1992. They're pretty old, but it still covers a lot of very useful information, and it's using very simple tools. It's using jigsaws and hand routers and, basic hand tools to make some really cool stuff. Yes, some of the information's dated, but a lot of it is not. These are videos that I've watched. I've talked to other mentors that I look up to in the industry, and they know these videos. They watched these videos and learned from them. If the people that I look up to are using it, then I still feel like this is relevant information and that you can use it. This is all stuff that can be done in your backyard, can be done with tools that you're buying at Lowe's and Home Depot or Harbor Freight or whatever you're doing. It's not anything fancy. In 1992, back in the 90s, early 2000s, people were making great looking and great sounding cars without a lot of real crazy and expensive tools to do these projects. This series, there's 7 videos. You have Auto Sound, which is Introduction to Electronics and Sound and Acoustics. I don't care if it's 92 or 2025, 2026, whatever year we're in. That stuff, those principles are the same. So that is very, very good information. Enclosure design, it's not just here's how to build a box. They're telling you how to measure a subwoofer, how to take a subwoofer driver, measure your own parameters. In 92, you didn't have manufacturers giving out all of this information. So some of it you had to do your own legwork. Today, the way that relates is there's in the big bass, big SPL stuff, in the backyard stuff, guys are taking, this basket and this motor and this voice coil, and they're doing Frankenstein builds. Well, this is showing you how to measure the parameters of that Frankenstein build. So now you know what subwoofer enclosure, how it's going to work inside of a program to design your box. Woodworking, how to use, your routers and different tools like that, how to set them up and make some simple templates, make some simple jigs, how to use the most out of, simple tools to get you good results. Upholstery is some, basic carpeting and vinyl. One thing that they were doing that was a little different was we have a lot more material on hand than what they did. So back then there was a lot with vinyl dyes. So it was more about let's find a material that matched the pattern and that was stretchy and build and cover whatever we need to, and then we're going to dye it and color it to make it match. And that is still something you can do. You can get the dyes from companies like SEM, or you can even go to your paint supply companies and they will mix them up for you. That is still a very useful and practical tip. Fiberglass. The way they're doing fiberglass, the process is the same, but what they're actually showing you is how to make a mold. They're showing you how to make a mold of some simple panels. So if you are doing something more production style, where you have a list of vehicles that you're working on, they're showing you how, the simple process of going through those stages. The Miracle Door panel is building off of all those other processes, where you're essentially making a hybrid door panel, using some factory parts and some aftermarket parts, and you're blending that fiberglass pod into the door. And then motorization. If you want an amp rack that slides out, or something that opens up, or a compartment that motorizes and moves and closes, I have never seen instruction on that other than this. And it was using simple stuff that you can get through most parts stores. That was actually a really handy little video. Now, these were 1992 and were on VHS. We ran them through some different software, trying to clean it up and restore it and crisp it a little bit. So yes, it's from 92. It's pulled off of VHS tape. There's only so much we can do. But the audio is there, the information is there. One of the videos got cut pretty short, but that's the format that I got it in. So hopefully you can use this. This is stuff we're putting out there for free, but we're going to be growing on this library. If you have something you want to see, if you have videos that you want to share, they're instructional videos, we would love to get them. I think it would be nice to be able to make a library that we can share out and help the DIY guys, and honestly, help a lot of the industry guys. There's a lot of people that are pros that are afraid of fabrication. Some of this stuff is really straightforward and simple. So I think it would be very useful for some other people to be able to have access to it. Like I said, if you have questions on it, reach out. I'll be glad to help you out. Other than that, hope you all enjoy what we're doing. Thanks, guys.